Hey guys, it's Sanem and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new here. So I am going to be doing a full face on this look, and I'm basically going to be doing a full face using my newest makeup favorite. So it's basically makeup that just came out that I have been absolutely loving and that has become a quick favorite of mine. So if you guys want to see what I've been loving and how I created this look, then please keep on watching. So I have nothing on my skin and I'm going to go into my primer. So the primer that I've been absolutely loving at the moment, and that is of course brand new, is the E.L.F Primer Glow Oil, and I reviewed this in my E.L.F Retro Paradise collection video. And I absolutely love this stuff, and I've actually been using it as skincare as well. So it is essentially just a primer oil, but I mean I've been using it for skincare. I've been using quite a lot, as you can see. And I love this stuff. It smells so great. It just makes the skin super glowy and moisturized and hydrated, and it's not super oily either. So you guys will see the glow and radiance it is giving my skin. So you can see right there, it just does wonders for the skin. And like I said, you can use it as skincare as well. So next for foundation, also this, which is the Revolution or XX Revolution new foundation. This is the Glow Skin foundation. I also did a video on this and I absolutely loved this foundation, and it's quickly become a new favorite of mine, and I'm going to be using this all the time. It reminds me of the NARS Radiant Longwear foundation. It's pretty much an exact dupe, especially the Glow Skin one. I know they have a matte version, but I've been loving this one, and I have it in the shade FX 2.5. I'm just going to do one pump, and this is pretty much a good color for me. And I'm using my MAC 170 synthetic brush. You can just see the coverage and the glowiness that these two products are doing to my skin and working really nicely on top of each other. That's one thing that I absolutely love, is that this oil isn't oily and it works really nicely with my other makeup products. I'm just gonna blend it a little bit more with a sponge, just because I felt like it was just sitting on my skin a little bit. So next, I think I'm just going to leave the face for a second and I'll come back to it later. I am going to move straight on to eyes. So I don't actually have a eye primer that's new or one that I've been loving so far. So I'm just going to use the Urban Decay Eden Primer Potion, and this one is a skin toned yellowy sort of color. And I love that it just cancels out absolutely everything on your eyelids. This reminds me of MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, but in more of like a tube creamy form. And I'm just gonna buff this out with a brush. So next, E.L.F Retro Paradise eyeshadow palette. I have been absolutely loving this palette so much. I've been digging more into the warm tones, but I do want to go a little more, I think, purpley today. I don't know what I'm going to come up with, but I did just put on this little purple cat ear headband just to tie in with the look. The first shade I'm going into is Tropicana, kind of lilac lavender shade. It's definitely more lilac. It's not super pale, and as you can see, it's showing up on my eyes nicely. If you don't know, this whole collection is brand new from E.L.F. It just came out, and I love this palette because you have a nice range of mattes and shimmers and different tones. So you can do a warm toned look, or you can add these sorts of colors, and it's still wearable at the same time. There's nothing super bright in that palette, so I feel like if you do want to dabble into a little bit of color, then you can still make it wearable, like this purple. And to buff this in the crease, I'm using the Morphe M504. Next, I'm taking Royal. I'm using the Morphe M139, which is a great little blending crease brush. But I'm mainly packing this or buffing this just on the outer V. So I'm just bringing this all the way in, picking up a little bit more and just packing a little bit more right here. Actually, let me intensify it. Let's just go a little intense today. I'm picking up a little more of Tropicana, which is that purple, and I'm just buffing the two further. So next I'm going to take Disco, which is kind of like a, I don't even know how to describe it, a duochrome purple blue. So I want to see how it packs on with a brush first, and if anything I can always use my finger. I'm going to use my finger because I feel like it's not going to work with a brush. Okay, much better. This just looks so good. You can see the duochrome. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of like a little mermaid effect. It's got that purpley blue shift. I'm next taking Sip Sip, which is the turquoise blue. So with this, I'm just gonna pack a little bit in the center just to add a little pop and to make it even brighter. Okay, this, look at the difference. That is crazy. Going back into Disco, which is the purple, I'm just putting it on the inner corner just so we don't lose the purple. I'm going to take a little bit of the peach, and this one is in the shade Fuego, and just the tiniest amount just to make it like a little peachy as well. So one thing I want to do really quickly is take this shade right here, which is called Canvas, and just apply that to the brow bone. It's a matte cream nude shade. So next, I'm taking the Lily Lashes Power Liner, which if you haven't seen my video, it's literally 2 videos back. I love this liner, and it's basically a lash glue and an eyeliner in one. So I don't even need to use lash glue to pop on my lashes. I'll just do, I mean, you guys will see. I'm just gonna do a normal liner like I normally would. And this is also new from Lily Lashes. I literally, as soon as it came out, like I think last week, I just ran to the website and bought it. So I'm going to do one side first because it is a lash glue. So I'm just going to pop on my lashes, and I'm going to be using the Morphe DTLA lashes today. And I'm using my trusty MAC Lash Applicator. If you don't have this, it's the best tool. Just makes putting your lashes on easy. And look at that, I'm applying the lashes with no lash glue. I'm just putting it straight on top of the eyeliner and it sticks. It's insane how it works. So to blend my lashes and use mascara, I'm going to be going in with the Revolution Big Lash Mascara. I know they came out with a bunch of new mascaras. I don't know if this is one of the, oh my god. Sorry, I don't know if this is one of the newer ones that came out, but it's new to me and I've been absolutely loving it. It really makes your lashes look volumized and lengthened, and it's just a great affordable mascara. There's nothing you can, you know, go wrong with it. And I love the brush on this as well. It's a really nice fluffy brush. It's not a plastic hard brush. I'm just gonna blend the false lashes and my real lashes together. So I've actually just curled my lashes with a lash curler just to, you know, lift them up a little bit more, but I'm going to play around with that later if I need to. So now I'm going to go into the rest of my face makeup, and for concealer, I don't have a brand new one that I've been absolutely loving. So I'm just going to go into one that I haven't used in a long time, and this is the Jouer High Coverage Essential Concealer. And this is in the shade Lace, and it's full coverage. With this concealer, I find that it dries a little too quickly, but once it sets, it gives you the most beautiful under eye, and it looks super flawless and just full coverage. Medium to full coverage. I won't say it's like super full like Tarte Shape Tape, but it's a really nice consistency. This would be a great concealer to spot conceal with as well. I'm going to apply just a tiny amount right here because I had some redness right there that I don't think the foundation covered. And also I don't have a new powder that I've been loving, so I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty Butter Powder, which by the way, I absolutely hate the packaging and the smell of this powder so much, but the shade and the way it sets is just perfect. I absolutely love the shade because it's a very pale yellow. and it's not a translucent powder. And you don't know how hard it is to find a yellowy powder, like a light one, not a banana one, because the banana powders are more for medium skin tones. So I love the shade and texture of this powder and the way it just melts into the skin and doesn't look powdery, but I absolutely cannot stand Fenty's smells in her products. I don't know what it is, it's just me maybe. Just absolutely can't stand the scent, but thankfully it does go away. So I'm just setting my under eye and a little bit on the forehead, a little on the nose, and a little bit on the cheeks. Okay, for bronzer, I was debating which one I'm going to use. These two are new bronzers that have come out. One is from MAC, one is from XX Revolution, and I've been absolutely loving both of them. I love the tone of this bronzer, but I love the formula of this one. I feel like I should be using the MAC one because that's the one that I've been gravitating towards more. And this is the tone of this one. They do have two shades, and this one is Beige-ing Beauty. This is just the most creamiest bronzer I've ever tried. It's so smooth. I think I put way too much. Sometimes when I put too much, I just like to distribute it first and then go back in. The reason I have been absolutely loving this bronzer, and I wish they would make their bronzers like this, because MAC's bronzers are not like this. It's always their limited edition stuff that I find is always a better formula or better shades. And their bronzers are just not this formula, and I wish it was. I'm just going to buff this out with a big powder brush. Yeah, this is just the most creamiest, smoothest bronzer ever. So for blusher, it's also from XX Revolution, and it is the XXCESS blusher in Entice. This is like a complete dupe to MAC's Melba blusher, and I've been living for peach blushes lately. I don't know if it's because it's summer or I'm just gravitating towards them more, I don't know, but look at this shade. Oh my goodness. And it's a beautiful matte as well. And smile and look at that. Oh my god. Okay, I put a little too much, but I'll buff it out. And this whole XX Revolution range that's brand new, that just came out, I've been absolutely loving, and I really want to pick up more of their products. If you have not ordered anything from them yet, definitely give it a go. I mean, their prices are hella expensive, but not expensive, but like expensive for drugstore. Okay, I look like a clown, but I'm going to buff it out with my foundation brush. I'm just going to tap everything over with no foundation on it, just go over it. And you're going to see it just melts into the skin. Look at that. Look at the difference. This is always my little tip, my little hack. And not to make this video long, but a little bit of the powder again. And I'm just going to clean up that bronzer. So I'm actually going to let that bake. And whilst I'm letting it bake, I'm going to go into my highlighter. So another one that I've been loving. This one doesn't get the praise that it deserves. This is the MAC Strobe Face Glaze in Magic Hour. I think Magic Hour is completely sold out now, but they do have a few other shades. And this is basically, it's not, I wouldn't even say it's a liquid highlighter, even though you can say it's that. This is like a balm. It's like a gloss. Can you see that? It's not a liquid highlighter where it has shimmer or glitter in it. It's just a glossy balm with absolutely no shimmer. It's the most unique, weird product. I can't even describe it, but I've been absolutely loving it on days where I don't want to wear too much makeup and I don't want a blinding highlight. I've been putting this on my skin, and because my skin has been a little drier than normal, using products like this tends to just make my skin look really, really healthy and glowy. Yeah, I love this stuff. It doesn't interfere with your foundation. It doesn't lift your foundation. You can put this on top of powders and it works beautifully. It's not sticky. It's not a sticky feel. It's just the most, it feels like Vaseline, but without the stickiness. It just feels like a glossy balm. It reminds me of something that like Glossier would do. You know, the brand Glossier. I feel like they would do something like this. I'm going to move on to my lower lash line, but I am going to do it off camera because I'm just going to go into a little bit of Tropicana just to run on the lower lash line and some mascara, and I'll be right back to do the lips. So for lipstick, I mentioned this in my last video, in my June favorites. This has been one of my favorite products from E.L.F to date, and this is the Srsly Satin lipsticks. They're just so good, and they are so affordable. They only retail for £3. The shade I have is Creme. You guys saw I have a few different shades, but I think with the look today, this one would be perfect. And again, this is new to E.L.F. I really hope they come out with more shades. Okay, I think it looks really nice. And then last but not least, for my favorite gloss at the moment that is also brand new. So this is the MAC lip gloss from the bronzing collection in Out of This Pearl. It's this goldish, I know it looks crazy like all these tones, but it will come together, trust me. This is a beautiful just gold champagne gloss, and I love the little gold shimmers that it adds to the lips, but it's not glitter, it's just shimmer. Oh, love it. So setting spray, MAC's Petal Power Cherry Blossom Fix Plus. This is new. I have a lot of MAC Fix Pluses, so I still have yet to go through this one completely, but I've been using it and I absolutely love it, and I love the scent. And this is the only kind of newest setting spray that I have, so I'm going to be using this one today. I'm absolutely loving how my skin is looking. So this is the completed look. I think I might powder a little bit more just with whatever's left on the sponge, whatever powder's left. You can see it just mattified that whole area. I'm just gonna powder just right here, maybe a little over it. Okay, now that I'm looking at myself, I'm just gonna fix this lash. So do let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want to see more like this. And I want to know, would you guys wear this look? Because to me, it's still a wearable look. This E.L.F Retro Paradise palette is honestly one of the best palettes that has come out at the moment at the drugstore. I haven't found anything that I've like really been eyeing. I know the Colourpop tie-dye palettes came out. I'm not really a fan of those. The Natasha Denona palette, which is a bronze palette, that just came out. And I'm actually going to order it tomorrow. And I'll do a video on that as well. But yeah, I've been absolutely loving these, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So if you did, give it a thumbs up, comment down below what you want to see next from me. And until next time, I'll see you guys all in my next video.